What's up, people? This is Busy Bear. You tuned in to Busy Bear TV. So, real quick, right? You know how some people do reviews, they be like double screen and all that? I don't really want to get in the frame. I just want y'all to focus on this short from YouTube. Some of y'all probably seen it already, but just check this joint out.
So we got 3 girls left. What we doing? You trying to keep all of them, or would you eliminate one right now?
Keep all of them or just one?
I'm saying, so see what you want to do, man. You want to try to keep all of them? You like the 3? All right, look. He's saying he trying to all 3 of y'all. That's cool?
Yeah,
How you feeling?
that's fine.
How you feel about it?
I'm good.
That's yes or no?
No,
No? Why not?
I don't like to share.
How you feel about that, bro? Would you drop these 2 for her, or would you be like, nah, I'm good?
No. I mean, she should do whatever she wants. So, I don't really know.
For sure. All right, so go ahead. You can pop a balloon, man. All right, for sure. We got a perfect match right here. Y'all good? Y'all turn me up.
Okay, let me see. Can I reach? Nah, not really.
Look at this. He happy as hell. All right, now, you already know what it's about. It says Edgar the King picks Tranny to win 20v1. Must watch, can't believe what happens. Now, first of all, the correct term for these individuals are transgender women. That's a transgender woman right there. We gotta respect people. You know what I mean? But in respecting people, let's also understand what's going on here. Now, I'm a little older. I ain't never tell y'all my age, but I guess I'm about to give it away. So back in the 90s, I think it was like 95, it was a show, a host, a talk show host. Her name was Jenny Jones. I used to hook you school to watch her and Jerry Springer. Well, I was trapping anyway, so I really went to school only when it was time to fight, going to Overbrook, you know. But anyway, Jenny Jones had an episode where she, what can I say? All right, yeah, she had some guests there that was like they liked other people, so it was a secret admirer sort of episode. That's the kind of content it was. You know, before YouTube, it was talk shows everywhere. Everybody had a talk show. Montel Jordan, Steve, what's his name? This before Steve Wilkos, Jerry Springer. Everybody had talk shows. Jenny was popular. She was actually, if I'm not mistaken, the first syndicated show, and that episode I think was the fourth one on her joint. So it was a guy there, Caucasian guy. He came up. He was a homosexual, and remember, this is a surprise. This is a surprise guest. Like, so don't nobody really know like who's who. They just come in there because they know that somebody like them. They don't know who it's gonna be. They don't know none of that, right? And everybody's watching this. Jenny Jones, especially at this time, she was a popular host. So she had this guy come on there and profess his affection for his neighbor, who, of course, was a man. Because remember, I said the guy that she invited on that show, he was a homosexual. So now they bring the guy out, and they sit him down, and they finally introduce them to each other. And the homosexual said, I've been watching you, I'm attracted to you, this and that. I don't really remember verbatim what he said, but he pretty much let him know like he was digging him. So you can see, cuz he was a cool customer. He wasn't really like he wasn't on no shit with him. Not right there. He was just, because remember, is everybody watching this. So he played it off, you know what I mean? And he actually like, pretty much told him like, I'm not gay, but he seemed like he was flattered by the homosexual man in his I guess subtle advance, well, not subtle because y'all on the talk show, but his advances. So now I don't know if it was the next day. I'm pretty sure it was the next day. Now, the show was supposed to air in May. I actually seen the show. I remember watching the show, like, as I think they might have been live. I was watching that joint. So I seen, like, his reaction. I seen everything, like, unfold. Then shortly after that, the guy who came up on the show, the one that was like, he liked the other guy, he ended up getting murdered by his crush. Well, he's the crush, but he ended up getting murdered by the other guy. And I forgot their names, but rest in peace to the man. This was many, many years ago. However, he killed him. He killed him, and I believe that his excuse was, or his reasoning behind it was that he embarrassed him. He felt like the straight man felt like the homosexual man embarrassed him on television, national television, and he did, because he's not gay. And then you got a lot of people that's homophobic. So he might have, for sure, he probably was that. You know what I mean? You go ahead and kill the man. I'm talking about he ain't just killing. He went over there with a shotgun and did it. I mean, he unalived him. He unalived him with a shotgun. So now, fast forward many years and episodes of this. We in a new age. I'm telling you, like, I be amazed every day just like watching different shit and looking about in different, like, moving around cities, because this is normal now. This right here is normal now. And this ain't no shade to the transgender woman. You know what I mean? But first of all, sis, brother, you put yourself in precarious situations when you want to link up with straight guys. Now, look at this Latino guy right here. Now, he talk kind of like slow. He don't really look like he all together there. He got an ankle monitor on his joint, so he just came from the land of the gays. You know what I'm saying? Or he might not even made it there. They probably just put him on probation or something like that. Who knows? I don't know his background. But what I do know is that I seen another clip with him and that transgender that he got his arm around, the sky blue dress on and the black bag. And the transgender told him, listen, I got skills and I want to show them to you. They go in the bathroom. And it hinted towards, the transgender woman giving this Latino brother some head. So, and just me doing time with the Latinos, just knowing they wild. I'ma just say that. They wild. But with this one right here, he's young and inexperienced. And as short as he is, he don't even look up and dig the Adam's apple. He might not even really be able to differentiate that a woman is not supposed to have her Adam's apple showing like how this transgender is showing her Adam's apple. But as you can see, he don't care. He don't care. At least not right now. Now, who's to say? Because all this right here that's going on, this is for content. This is for people like to get entertained. And it's supposed to be like the boy Edgar is like, he don't know that what's going on. This is what this whole particular, this is what Hood Rich, I guess, the brother named Hood Rich Kevin, this is what he's alluding to. That Edgar don't know that the transgender is a transgender. But I'm going to just say this, right? Because these things really do happen. Transgender women is getting murdered, man. They be getting murdered. They be getting taken advantage of. Especially out in my town, in my city, in Philly and Old York Road. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? That's Tranny Row. You know what I mean? And a couple of them sisters, they was unalived. Due to homophobia, due to individuals might be feeling guilty after they perform sexual acts. But it's always a dangerous situation when you don't come forth with the truth. You know what I mean? Now, of course, once again, this for entertainment. This guy, he put this together for entertainment. But the truth of it is that if you live in a particular lifestyle and you interested in somebody else, then you have the responsibility to disclose the information that's needed to protect yourself and also to protect that person. You know what I mean? Like that's mandatory, man. That should be mandatory. And yes, my TV is blinking. You know what I mean? It's TCL. This joint is acting crazy on me. And yes, that's a hole in my wall. And yes, my TV is crooked. I was high when I put it up. You know, just to get all that out the way. But back to the topic. You got to tell the truth, man. You know what I mean? You got to tell the truth, especially when you linking up with somebody, or like I said, you live in a particular lifestyle. Because if you don't, you could be like that white guy, that Caucasian guy rather, that was unalived the day after that episode aired, because he chose to disclose his feelings to a heterosexual man in public. You know what I mean? So let's just make better like decisions, man. Let's make wise decisions. You know what I mean? Me myself, I done everything that a heterosexual man could possibly do. You know what I mean? With this dick. So I ain't really pressed about nothing. I'm on ice. You know what I mean? I got a few friends I might call. They in rotation. You know what I mean? I might be in their rotation. Sometimes they call me. Sometimes I call them. You know? But I don't just be like community dicking it out here like I used to when I was a kid. I think every young man did. You know what I mean? They're exploring. They're conquering. But you got to be careful. Because if not, see how that TV went out? It'll be lights out for you. This is Busy Bear. You tuning in to Busy Bear TV. You mean you rolling with me? I'm rocking with you. Holla.